Hi Aquarius, this is your general tarot reading for Aquarius Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of August. As your first card just hops out there, we're going to shuffle the cards as we always do, Aquarius, and wait on the right ones to come out just for you. And in the meantime, we got to talk about those energies. Yeah, you felt it, I know you did. The Aquarius lunar eclipse that happened at the end of July, I know you felt it, but how did you feel it? You may have felt it like this. This is how I interpreted it, Aquarius. It was like tick-tock, 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 time running out. And you could hear the tick-tock, tick-tock, pressure, 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 mounting, building, building, tick-tock. My money is dwindling, tick-tock, tick. I feel I'm losing out. I feel like everything's falling apart. I'm falling into an abyss, tick-tock, tick-tock. I'm losing control here, tick-tock. Pressure, 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 until the alarm went off and it was like, ding! And you just said, oh my God, I can't cope with this anymore. And you unleashed a bunch of stuff. You did. Yes, you did. You unleashed a bunch of pressure. You unleashed a bunch of wrath, maybe onto a few other people. What could have happened here is, you know that energy, you keep yourself to yourself, Aquarius. And you're usually quite guarded. You don't let other people in. And other people got in. It was like, ding dong, are you under pressure? Well, this is the outside world calling. Here's our catalogue. Page 1, emotional drama. Page 2, some crisis. Page 3, psycho turmoil. Yeah, 2 for the price of 1 this month. And you're like, you just came to my door. How did you get in? I thought I closed that gate. How did you get here? But they did. They got in. They got in, all those people outside there with their emotional dramas, trying to come to you, trying to upset you, trying to drag you down, trying to shake you right at the root. And it tore you, it hurt you deeply. Because with the first house there, the moon, there's an element of being challenged in your very identity, who you are, what you stand for, your position in this world, the way you react to people. Your very person may have felt very under attack. And there was that moment when the alarm went off where you felt you had to respond, and you may have let a bunch of that go. You may have told people exactly how you feel. You may have absolutely and out of character exploded. And I wouldn't be surprised if you did, Aquarius. Some of you might be very, very good. You just closed the door and went into deep meditation and said, those bitches can't come near me. I'm not letting them in. I know I can hear them banging on the door, banging on the window. I'm not letting them in. Yeah, I hope that helped. But for the rest of you, you couldn't help but respond. It's like the outside world, the matrix, the system that you so actively protect yourself about going into came to you. And you had to deal with it. You had to deal with all of these emotional crises. And you may have been very triggered by the behavior of other people. And it may have, again, felt like you were being personally attacked. For some of you, it could have played out physically too. From something as small as you opening the bathroom door, flicking on the light, looking in the mirror and going, whoa, who is that person? I don't recognize this face that's looking back at me. It looks tired, looks worn down, looks defeated, looks old. And maybe it did. All that pressure would make you feel that way. And it could have come out physically too, through nerve pain, high anxiety, high tension, lots of frustration. You ruled the ankle area, the lower limbs. Maybe you had some problem there. But either way, you felt it in your body. You felt it in everything about you. And it was a challenge. But the point of it was, the outside world did come to you to put you under pressure, to challenge your very identity, because they actually played a part in doing what? In destroying that identity. I know for some of you that was very unpleasant. Some people may have really tried to assassinate your character really bring you down. But it was all in an effort under this lunar eclipse in Aquarius to do that, to destroy your character, in an effort for you to step out and emerge as an entirely new person, a stronger person, a more capable person, a wiser person, and somebody who is so protected now from the outside emotional crap that you will never allow anybody determine how your life is lived again. You will never allow anybody be codependent on you, or for you to be codependent with them. You will never allow anybody to have such influence and impact over your life ever again. The separation has now been made. A line has been drawn. It's now them, and this is now you. And that's clear. And they'll know it. They'll know it. And you know, we say that sometimes this does come in a form of crisis. So don't feel weird or bad that your identity was challenged. You will be able to look back at this and see it as a great moment of growth for you, Aquarius. As difficult as it was, it did make you grow. It really transformed you. And crisis we sometimes call emergencies. It's a panic, emergency. Think of the word emergency. Emerge. Something is emerging. Through this crisis, through this emergency, there was an emergence. An emergence of the new you. The new Aquarius. The one who never again will stand for other people's shit. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You've unplugged from their emotional matrix. You've unplugged from that system of psycho nonsense, and you are ready to be clean. The word clean is coming up here because I think you may have felt that you were kind of dirtied a little bit by all the emotional nonsense and stuff that you've been through, and you want to clean yourself. And this is a good time, Aquarius, if you can, maybe you've already done it, and if you have, well done, to go to a place where there's flowing water. It could be the sea, a river, a waterfall. I know it might not be very accessible to some of you, but surely, I guess in your town or wherever you live, there might be a river. Just go there and spend a little time, sit by it, and allow the old stuff to be washed clean from you, and feel the movement and electricity and energy that comes from flowing water. It's very important for you to really allow that happen so that you can fully transform, to take that time and space to really clean off, because you've left so much behind. This is a big event, Aquarius. This is not a usual thing to happen for you. You're changed forever. There's no going back, baby. So now the last part is to just wash all of that off you now and get clean again, so that you are rejuvenated. So when you do go into the bathroom and flick on the light and you look in the mirror, you can now say, I really like who I've become. I like what I see. I like the person looking back at me now. I'm impressed. You know, give yourself a pat on the back, Aquarius, because this has been a tricky metamorphosis. Very tricky. And you've come out as that beautiful butterfly. So go check out your wings and see your new colours, my love, because you have emerged. You have. The Sun in Leo in the 7th house and Mercury retrograding there too. We spoke about this last month, Aquarius, that you were waiting on some karma to come back on a bunch of people. I think you're going to see it. For those of you who were really screwed when it comes to a contract or something like that, you might get some legal advice this month to see how to approach this. You may need the expert advice of, like I said, a legal eagle to see how to fix this. But certainly more balance is coming in after that big storm. And thank God, you need a bit of balance after that storm. But you might, oh look, an Aquarius card coming out. But you might need time too to re-engage with people who really matter to you. You now recognise the people who don't matter to you. There's a card that wouldn't go in there. You recognise the people who don't matter to you. They don't matter to me anymore. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think. It's like I'm wearing a Teflon suit. They can throw anything at me and it doesn't matter. I'm not buying into it. I'm not being triggered by it. But the people I do care about, the people that stuck by me when I was going through this crisis, they're getting all my attention now. They're the ones who matter. They're the ones that I want to spend time with now. I'm going to trust them. They're my inner core. So that's another nice energy. It's all just that transformative energy that you're going to feel all through the month. Now, other things that are happening. August 6th, Aquarius, Venus goes into Libra in your 9th house. Now, this is interesting. This month, for the whole month, you might learn an awful lot through the love and help of a partner, maybe a business partner, of a lover, maybe a new lover, or who you are in a relationship with. They may really encourage you to open your mind, to step out of your usual way of doing things and listen, because it's all done with a great sense of love. They want you to, now that you're in that kind of state where you're ready to come out as somebody new and you're saying, well, who am I? Who am I going to be? The nourishing and love that you get from people who you really care about, they could be saying, okay, this is a great opportunity, Aquarius, for you to travel, for you to do things that are outside of the ordinary, maybe to go back to study, back to school, to elevate yourself. You're really being encouraged now to change your perception of this world, to see further horizons. For some of you, you could find yourself being very highly attracted to somebody from a foreign culture, from another country. You might like them, and they seem to feed you. They feed your mind. They feed your new perception. So trust them, go with them. And some of you could be really making a good, strong commitment with a foreign person. Or again, somebody who's not your usual type, somebody from a different culture than you. You could be either entering a business partnership with them, or doing something really worthwhile with them, and maybe traveling with them, or maybe falling in love with them. Falling in love again. Could be you, Aquarius. But love with a foreign person, or a foreign culture, or an educated person. Somebody who you can look up to and say, I trust this person, they're able to see further. These people, they're just small-minded, they think the same old shit. This person is going places, I trust them. Now, when it comes to money too, again, are you interested this month, it seems, Aquarius, in doing something financially with a foreign person, or investing, putting your money into something foreign, putting your money into education perhaps too? That could happen. That could be something that's really good for you. Maybe just putting your money into going very far, far away on a long, long journey to a place that suits you better. Because of course, now that you're a different person, you'll be looking around your home, you'll be looking around your town, wherever it is that you live, and saying, does this place suit me anymore? I've changed. Does this way of living suit me? Maybe I need to go further. Maybe I need to travel a bit to see if there's a new place for me to live in. A new place, maybe beside water, where I can, emerge with my new identity and not feel so stuck, because you have felt stuck for a long time, Aquarius, and now you want to embrace, you're perhaps wanting to just change everything. And I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you. Partial solar eclipse, August 11th, new moon in Leo. So August 11th for you, again, if it's a time where you're getting legal advice on something, wonderful time to do this. If it's a time, again, to deal with contracts, to deal with some legal matter, wonderful time around August 11th. And it's also a good time to maybe sit back and enjoy the company of your friends. Enjoy the company of people that you care about. Enjoy the company of people who celebrate something. Now, Leo is celebrating their birthday this month. Perhaps you'll enjoy going to a Leo birthday party because you want to see something different. You want to see strength in people because you've seen all the weak side of people and you're bored of that. You want to see something stronger. You want to see people who have more dignity, more pride in themselves. People who are able to laugh and have fun because you've been missing that for a little bit, Aquarius, and you're saying, oh no, I run away from those small-minded people who are always bringing drama. I just want people who are a little bit over the top and who can, I don't know, give me a laugh so that I can re-engage with something more fun. So that's a nice energy. Excuse me. Now, on August 13th, Mars is going into Capricorn, into your 12th house. He's retrograding there. So he's moved out of Aquarius, giving you a little bit of a break. And the 12th house is where you lose things. So around 13th of August, I would say to you, definitely, if you do want to travel or if you do want to go into a real quiet space, hopefully by a river or some other moving water area, then do that really around the 13th of August if you can. Because in that quiet time, in that solitude, in that peace, you gain a moment where you are even more liberated. It's like you're cleaning yourself. These are important things. It's an important progression for you to allow. I mean, you don't just wake up and say, ta-da, today I'm going to be a new person. It involves stuff that happens before, you know, going through the crisis, and then stuff that happens after, allowing yourself time to clean and heal. Those of you looking to heal something, August 13th could be a time where you, I don't know, may have to put a little bit of extra focus and time and space into really trying to heal something once and for all in your life. So it's all positive, it's all good, Aquarius. The sun moves into your 8th house on August 23rd, and that's a really good time for you to get really organized and really put a lot of effort and energy and time into being intimate again, intimate with how you feel about yourself, intimate with your partner if you're in a relationship, digging down and allowing that transformation that we're talking about to happen. Yeah, it's all about transformation this month. But for those of you in a relationship, if you have a partner who's trying to do something, a creative venture to make money, there could be a great moment towards the end of the month where you really help them. Maybe it's a home business that they're doing, or a business that involves maybe doing something that's a bit of a risk or a gamble, or that they have to use their intuition somehow. You'll help them. And the reward of helping them comes back to you. Yeah. 8th house is also to do with investments. Around 23rd of August, for those of you who may have invested in a small way in something, you could see the sun shining back on that. So that's quite a nice thing. Full moon in Pisces, waiting on 2 cards, and there they go. Yes, we have them, finally. Almost 20 minutes. The last 2 cards, the Knight of Cups, followed by the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's a full moon at the end of the month in your 2nd house. It's a Pisces full moon. So, okay, you already have Neptune in your 2nd house. You could, at this point, at the end of the month, really start taking a real time out, quiet time, to really understand your relationship with money, to really maybe let go of some old hang-ups that you had about money, to see it disappear some way. How will that pan out? Maybe we'll see more in the cards. So Aquarius, let's begin. And by now, hopefully, ta-da, you will be seeing the general overview. Now look, we open up with the card of a mini victory. You're feeling it, Aquarius. You feel validated. You feel that you've been victorious in some situation. People are turning around to you, like I said last month, and saying, well done, Aquarius. You behaved well, or you held your ground in some situation, and here comes the reward. You feel that you've done very well when karma threw all this shit at you, when the lunar eclipse came and threw all this shit on you, the wheel that turned, and it certainly did turn for you. You behaved so impeccably and so well that you're celebrated. Now, we did get this last month, so it feels that it's bleeding in again this month. This hasn't ended. You're being celebrated, rewarded, given praise, given a little bit of a parade. Yeah, bit of a parade. Because when karma turned, you were allowed that space to feel a victory. And you know what, even if other people aren't giving you a clap on the back, Aquarius, it's more important here that it's the energy of you feeling personally satisfied and happy and victorious in something, when, like I said, when the wheel turned, when your luck changed, what seemed to be for the worst, you held up, you held on, you made changes, you survived it. And now this is you walking through town with your head in the air, and as I always say, look, even the horse is looking back at you saying, you're hot, you did this, well done. And I'll say this, it is no small feat, Aquarius, when the wheel turns and it's, that wheel can get creaky, that wheel can get very difficult. It's like when you're on the up, it's great, but when you're on the down, it's like, hang on for dear life. But you did well. You did well. And I'll say this too, the wheel is turning in your favor now, Aquarius. And victory is coming to you. You're very passionate about something now. You're more determined in the things that you're doing. You're more ambitious. And the wheel is turning now to give you a really proper outlet to the things you're ambitious about. Sixes can often represent beauty. Sixes are everything to do with the sun and Leo, getting out there, shining again, being beautiful again, being celebrated. I think that there is a moment here for you at the start of the month, Aquarius, where for some of you there is an event, a big event where you get to stand out, hold your head up high and be celebrated. I keep hearing the word parade, or something that you're doing. Maybe it's just a march, I don't know, but you're holding your head up and you're standing up for something that you believe in. Even if it's an event like a wedding or some work event, something you're passionate about, that there's an event that you get to be center stage and applauded. Not for all of you, for some of you. And good luck seems to be coming from this event. Okay. Now, the Knight of Wands, this is you, fire upon fire upon fire. You are really running with it now. The wheel has turned, you've changed, you have this new identity. You're on top of the world this month now, Aquarius. You fought them off and battled them off bravely, with passion, with fire. He's not a very quiet soul. His horse is rearing, he's ready to go, he's ready to fight battles. And you've done it. But there's the essence there of leaving that behind and arriving at a more satisfied place. So you're finishing with the battles. You Aquarius, what's been going on? I know a lot has been going on for you, but The battle is over. The battle is ended. Karma is coming. The wheel is turning in your favour. And when the wheel turns in your favour, you feel more satisfied. You feel like you've come out the worst, you feel like you've come out of the worst part of this wheel turning cycle. And he's there sitting, and his cups are filled with desire, filled with hope, filled with optimism, filled with joy, filled with pleasure. There is something pleasurable happening for you this month, Aquarius. Like I said, it's a party, it's a birthday, it's an event, it's something where you're celebrated, where you can let off steam and be happy, maybe with a group of people. And you, in there, you even reclaim more of yourself. You get more, it feeds you, and you get more satisfaction from a sense of leaving behind the battle. Now here we go. This is the part that I always get worried about when I come to it, and it always comes up, Aquarius. Soulmate energy, the love card. I know. At this point, there's I don't know, thousands of eyes rolling, going, "Oh, are we here now at this love thing? We're here. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's deal with it. Let's get over it." Okay. This is the soulmate card sitting beside Aquarius. Aquarius, I mean, open your eyes, pay attention. Somebody here love is really coming to you. Love is all around you. You feel a soul connection with somebody, perhaps this foreign person, somebody from a different culture. You feel it. And it's this love that also helps transform you, Aquarius. But this is the cold Aquarius, the objective Aquarius, the fighting Aquarius, the one who says, "Stand back, don't come near me, come close and I will chop you down." You know, if anyone comes to her door, look, she's just saying, "Bitch, I closed that gate. How did you get in? I mean, I did. Did you not see the signs on the door saying, 'Don't come here'? You were warned, you were warned." Chop, 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 chop. They get the chop. And you're saying, "I told you, you were warned." But love, are you maybe being a bit standoffish to somebody who really loves you, somebody who is your soulmate? And are you pushing them away too? Learn this fine balance, Aquarius, as you are now becoming this new person. You have more control over who comes in and out of your life. You've learned that lesson. Do you always have to have your guard up, even when love is calling? Will you recognize it when it comes? Will you be part of it when it comes? Aquarius, I know, how many times have we spoken about this now? I know you're looking for that real deep love, and you're prepared to stay on your own for as long as it takes until they arrive. But do you think they can arrive if the first impression they've been getting is this cold person who doesn't let them in? Now that's probably something to consider. Can you, as you're changing, keep all those other bitches out, but do allow the gate to remain open for a soulmate, for somebody who really, really loves you? For those of you in a relationship, have you found that you have been also throwing them in with the bunches of people who now need to get the hell away from you? Separating yourself away from them, being a bit cool and a bit standoffish with them. That's not fair to you, and it's not fair to them, my love. Nothing grows that way. For those of you in a relationship, particularly those of you in a relationship with somebody who is very broad-minded, who is not like the other people, allow them in to influence you this month, because they seem to have a very important part in who you are now going to be. So that seems to be kind of important. I don't know why. Now, here we have the Three of Pentacles. This is a moment where you're really getting serious about your finances this month, Aquarius, really getting serious. You want more control over it. You want to master this. There have been long periods where you're fearful of your money, where it seems to disappear every time. You get your money, next day you open your wallet and it's like, where the hell did all the money go? Money in, money out. You know, it's that feeling of being an intermediary for your own money. You know, it's like you only get, your job is to only receive the money in order to hand it out to somebody else. And now you're saying, enough with this shit. I need to get more in control. I need to get more in control. And there could be an element here of feeling very emotional about your financial situation. And here we have an influence of Saturn, and here we have an influence of Cancer, say two opposites. It's saying bring balance as much as you can this month, Aquarius, into your financial situation and how you feel about money. How you feel about money goes a long way now to how you have control over your money, you know. Also in terms of, some of you might be really looking to somebody who has a great bit of knowledge financially. I don't know, is this an investor, a bank manager, somebody who has real wisdom in all things financial, and you could be looking for their advice. And it seems that their good advice catapults you into success. This is the energy of moving like a shooting star across the sky, feeling that you're finally able to get the wheels on your chariot moving, where there was a long period perhaps of financial stagnation or financial worry. Get the advice, again, of somebody that you can trust financially, and not just any old fool, Aquarius, somebody who does know what they're really, really talking about. And it seems that they can bring you into a better sense of grounding when it comes to your money. They can build, some of you might be wanting to build a structure with the sun in the 8th house there towards the end of the month, trying to get really super organized with investments, wanting to put a little bit of money aside and leave it alone to watch it grow kind of money. And you could be getting great help. You could be possibly getting great help from a Cancerian, the Cancer sun, moon or rising person, who really points you in the direction of where to go next. Where to go next financially, where to go next in terms of your life too. Now, this is interesting. The Queen of Cups, Queen of Water, water signs are Pisces. And we do have the Pisces full moon at the end of the month, and we're coming towards the end of the reading here. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So we have a water influence in your cards here. You're defending yourself against somebody who has been very, I don't know, elusive or tricky. You haven't been quite able to pin them down. You haven't been able to catch them. They've been a bit like smoke. Every time you try to catch them, you can't. And you're defending yourself against them. You're defending yourself against somebody, either a water sign or somebody who was very smoke and mirrors. Somebody who could say something, and when you turn around and say, hey, did you just say that? They'll say, oh no, I didn't say that, and you can't prove that I said that. And I can't catch you, but I will catch you. It's also the element of somebody subtly, emotionally trying to get at you. But this time you're holding the higher moral ground. You've been through too much, Aquarius, for somebody now to pull those games on you, for somebody to manipulate you, for somebody to be passive-aggressive with you. You're holding the higher moral ground, which is all this month. It seems you're defend yourself. But certainly defending, and I'll say this too, you're defending yourself against an emotional manipulator, and you're doing a great job. You'll win. But for some of you, you also could be defending the underdog, defending people who are vulnerable emotionally. So it works both ways here, Aquarius. You could be called to step in where somebody has been emotionally hurt and they're not strong enough to defend themselves, and they maybe be a bit broken, a bit down, and you'll say, hold on, are you going through that? I've just left that shit behind. I'm not going to tolerate anybody doing that to me, and I'm not going to tolerate anybody doing that to anybody else either. You become a bit like a bear where you want to defend everybody, where you see hurts, where you see manipulation, where you recognize that it's been done to you, and when you see it being done to another person, you step in and say, I see your game, I see what you're at. You get away and leave this person alone. Don't you hurt them. So that's towards the end of the month, Aquarius. And no better person, after all the shadiness and manipulation you've seen, there's no better person than you towards the end of the month to defend the underdog, because you've seen all the games. Might be new to this person, but you've seen it. Yeah, you could play out some of your aggression also in this situation, where you kind of vicariously let out some of your anger through this other person's situation, and you don't care. You don't mind. Now that you're separate to other people, you say, oh, I'm just going to let my wrath off here. This person's been bullied. This person's been manipulated. I'm going to speak up for them. And the other person say, aren't you afraid that they'll, talk about you? Or aren't you afraid that they'll come at you then? And you're just saying, bitch, please, I've learned this lesson. I don't care what they do. I don't care. I don't care. I'm too strong to care about what other people, how they react and what they do. Now we come to the end of the month, and it's an interesting card because this came out like that, okay? It's a few things, but I'm going to go with this, Aquarius. Towards the end of the month, there is a real moment where you receive more truths. You've been learning slowly, the truths are being revealed. Truths are being unearthed, uncovered about shady people, manipulative people. Every day it seems you learn a new truth about somebody. And at the end of the month, you learn a truth about somebody who pretended to be wonderful, who pretended to be a savior, like a knight in shining armor. It could have been a family member, a friend, somebody outside of you, somebody who pretended to know all the answers, perhaps, and what was in their cup was nothing. The cup was empty. They were on this grand big journey telling people how to live their life, telling you how to do this, telling you what you need to do with your friends, what you need to do at your work, what you need. But there was nothing in the cup when you went to have a look. Somebody wanted you to drink down something illusory, something that wasn't true, and they were saying, no, drink it down, but drink it down, swallow this, swallow it. It's true. But then the truth does come, and you say, I'm glad. I'm glad I've separated myself from this situation. I'm so glad, because the truth that they wanted me to drink down, there was nothing in it. Nothing in it. I now understand what real truth is. I now understand my direction in life. I've been handed the sword of the gods to cut through the thorn bushes in my life, to cut through lies, to cut through the nonsense of other people. Yeah. And I'm going to be holding this sword of justice, holding this sword of truth, and recreating my life with a sense of truth, reforming my life with a sense of truth, and being like the real Aquarius, only now accepting true people in my space, in my life. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help them. It's this theme again that's coming up over and over, Aquarius. If there's a legal situation, this month again, slowly more truths are being unveiled. Where there were shady things happening, more truths. I could be tempted to say around the 11th of August you see justice coming, but I'm not so sure. I think what you're seeing is more truths. It seems to be a long-term thing, and I tell you why. There's energy of Lilith here, the dark one, being in Aquarius this month. And she is the vengeful one who works in the shadows, in the background, uncovering things. It's one thing to go in with a sword and cut through a truth and say blah, 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 but it didn't get to the root of the situation. It seems, Aquarius, if you can, wherever somebody has been really dark or shady with you, accept, should I say, that small truths are coming out. And the reason is that there are layers and layers of lies that need to come out. And the layers are being peeled back one by one. And with the Lilith energy there's an essence of getting really to the core of something and allowing time for that, allowing time for healing, allowing time for the layers to be peeled back, so that when the real core problem comes to the surface, where the real abscess is, you can go in like this, like a scalpel, and do some surgery on that core nasty shit and get rid of it once and for all. So like I said, don't mind that the truths about other people who have done you wrong are coming slowly, because it's the layers that are coming. And it's these layers that, like I said, finally get to the root. So bide your time and wait, baby. Wait. It will happen. And as I said, the celestial scalpel will come and get it at the root. Bit dark there at the end. I know you're not usually a dark person, Aquarius, but you do have Black Moon Lilith hanging around you at the moment in your first house, the wrathful one, the scorned one, the one who wants revenge. And revenge comes by going into the depths of something and uncovering the shadowiest, is that even a word? The shadowiest part of a person or a situation. So bide your time. Kind of feels good after that, because there was a moment towards the end there that it was getting a bit heavy. But at the end of August, you will see how this pans out. Hopefully. Aquarius, I'm glad you're finally emerging as this new Aquarian butterfly. I'm glad that you're getting some sort of victory and feeling more satisfied, feeling like you don't have to fight anymore. I'm glad that you'll probably come to a point where you will realize where you may have been a little bit too standoffish with the people who do really care about you and love you. And I'm glad that success will finally start coming in your financial situation when you take it seriously. But more than that, I'm just glad it's over for you. I'm glad you've come to an end. I'm glad the wheel has turned and that you've come out as a success at the end of it. You deserve it. Man, do you deserve it. I'm just feeling this. You deserve it. You deserve to be shown that other people don't get away with this shit. Slowly, bide your time, be patient. As I said, the root of this situation needs to be exposed. It takes time. It will come. My beautiful, I'm going to leave it at that. And if this is the first time seeing my videos, then please subscribe. Join me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, She Bear Tarot. We've a lovely community going on there. I'd love you to come along to see that. And as always, Aquarius, I really wish you the best with this month as you become your lovely butterfly. And as always, I leave you with all my love and a great big kiss. Mwah! Love you, Aquarius. See you next month. Bye, my love.